Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Hope you're having a great day, great night, whatever time you're watching this video. Yes, it is my part 2 of the 3-day push-pull legs plan that I'm providing to mainly beginners. So if you are a beginner, continue watching. I've already uploaded one video by the time this video is being recorded, and that is the beginner push day. So make sure you go and check that out as well. I'll leave a link to that in the description. But today is the pull day, so I'm going to try and get this done as fast as I can. I don't want to waste your time. I'm just going to tell you the exercises and all that shit. However, I must give you a disclaimer that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a personal trainer, I got no fucking qualifications whatsoever, I'm not a nerd, and like literally anything. Like, this is just the stuff that I have done, the stuff that works for me, the stuff I enjoy. So this might work for you, it might not, and if it doesn't, then I hope there's still something that you can take from it or implement into something else. But anyway, if you do want to see my credentials, this is what I look like before, and then this is what I look like now. So ladies and gentlemen, to warm up, I like to do two things. I like to do light curls, literally just 2 or 3 sets of 15 reps. Again, nothing heavy because you don't want to wear them out. You just want to get them warmed up, get the blood pumping, just because I've always felt like it's good to get the biceps warmed up because you don't want to like pull a bicep or tear one, God forbid, on any of the movements you're doing. So I just feel getting them warmed up first has always, you know, helped me. Then after the bicep supinated curls, we are going to want to head over to like a pull-up bar, and I just do 2 or 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, nothing crazy. However, you are beginners, so if you have an assisted pull-up machine, do that a couple times. We also, on the first exercise, warm up to our top set. So the first exercise is the Lat Pull-Down Machine. As it's our first movement and it's a lat pull-down, I like to incorporate one heavy set, a set of 8 to 10, and a set of 12 to 15. However, I will work up to the heavy set. So say the heavy set is 70 kilograms. I will put on like 50, do a couple reps, and I'll put on 60, do a couple reps, and then I'll work up to 70, then do the heavy set. So just bear in mind that you, depending on what your heavy set is, you might want to warm up to it. But as I said, this is for beginners, so it all depends on what you can do. If you don't want to do a heavy set, then just swap the heavy set out for 2 sets of 8 to 10, drop it for a 12 to 15. Make sure you're pushing yourself to failure each time you are doing the movement. In terms of how you hold it, everyone's different. Everyone's got different wingspans. You know, test out how you feel it when you hold it, as well as instead of gripping the bar like that, I like to wrap my thumb around the same point that the bar is. You might see in the video, you might not. After that, I like to do then a rowing movement. So I prefer to go on a rowing machine. As this is the first rowing movement, I like to do a heavy set to start off with. So 1 set of 4 to 6, then drop it for 8 to 10, then drop it for 12 to 15. You know, heavy set, volume set, endurance set to help your muscles last longer. The main thing to realize is don't focus too much on the sets in terms of what you think will make you grow. It's like, just take yourself to failure each time. However, by doing a heavy set and doing more weight, you will overload the muscle a lot more, if that makes sense. But anyway, so yeah, however, if you don't want to do a heavy set just yet, you don't have to. You could do 2 sets of 8 to 10, then drop it for a 12 to 15. Next up, I like to go back to more of a lat movement. My gym has a machine where it's plated and you do like an underhand pull-down grip. I think doing an underhand pull-down movement is so beneficial. Like, my back blew up compared to what it was after I started doing these underarm grip, whether it's a machine or whether you go back on the lat pull-down and just grip the bar differently. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but like, that shit leveled up my back. So I recommend you do that as well. So if you have a machine, use that machine, or again, if you just have a lat pull-down, just grip it differently and do an underhand pull-down. If you aren't feeling that movement as much, because some people might not, an alternative that you could do is close grip lateral pull down. So instead of using the bar, I like to grab 2 handles like you would use for a chest fly, stick those on and do close grip lateral pull downs. Those are a really good exercise if you prefer to do that. You don't have to do that as well. I'm just giving you a bit of a substitute just in case you might not feel something as well as I feel it, because everyone's different. And the next movement is a cable row. I use the handles that I use for chest flies, but anyway, that would be 2 sets of 8 to 10 for these cable rows, then drop it for a 12 to 15. When it comes to rowing, depending on the path of your elbows, depends where you feel at. Where I feel rowing the most is whenever I keep my elbows nice down low and tucked in, and I squeeze whenever I get to this point. I just feel that more in my back, whereas if I have my elbows out and too high, I feel it more in my traps and my rear delts. So if you are finding that some of this is too much for you, just take something out. Do you know what I mean? However, there is a finisher I do like to do at the end of my back, and that is straight arm pull downs. I like to keep my elbows locked at an angle and just drive with the lats. When you get to the bottom, nice squeeze, and then control it on the way up. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I do think it's a good finisher. However, some people lack lat engagement and find it hard to get like a mind to muscle or feel anything. If that is a problem you deal with, you move the straight arm pull down to the start of the workout. So just before you do your lat pull down, you do the straight arm pull downs just to get your lats engaged, just to get your back warmed up even more. And some people have done that exercise first, gotten a good engagement from it, like a mind to muscle, and then they feel it much more in the exercises after, so that could benefit you. Okay, that's back done, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going on to rear delts. I like to do 2 exercises sort of thing. So I do 1 exercise, then I'll do a superset. So it's pretty much 3. So the first movement I think is fucking awesome. I've only recently started doing these. I think they're called scarecrows. Rear delt. Or just rear delt fly on the cable. So get the cables round to like a mid region where we're about shoulder height or head height. Grab the opposite sides. Keep your arms locked. And basically just do a reverse fly with the cables. Come out, squeeze, and then come back. Excuse me. And then slowly come back in. Anyway, after that exercise, we finish off rear delts with a nasty superset. What I like to do is go onto a bench, sort of an incline angle, maybe a bit lower depending on where your incline is. Grab some dumbbells, lay forward on the chest, and just do reverse dumbbell fly. Around 8 to 10 reps, then instantly turn around, hop on the edge of the bench, and do bent over rear delt raises. Try and keep your elbows at a right angle, and when you come up, really squeeze the back of your rear delts, and then come back down. That one you just take till you cannot move. That is all I recommend to do for rear delts, especially if you're a beginner. It pretty much is 3 exercises. Yeah, if anything is too much for you, just take away something, take away an exercise, take away a set. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our bicep movements. I'm gonna give you 4, but do bear in mind that your biceps would have already been worked like shit throughout the back and rear delt movement. So again, don't think that you have to do all 4. I just want to give you alternatives to give you a bit more of an option, but these are my personal favorites. The first bicep movement I love to do are alternating curls. I like to do them 1 arm at a time. So again, alternating curls, 2 sets of 8 to 10, then drop that for a 12 to 15. All I will say for this one, as you come up, you twist, and you want to think about taking your pinky and driving it that way. Just by holding it up like this, I can feel a bit of a squeeze, but if I twist my wrist in even more and drive my pinky that way, I can feel a hell of a squeeze on my bicep now. Even though I'm not holding jack dick, I literally can feel my bicep. Anyway, after that, another dumbbell movement is hammer curls. Works for brachialis really well. That will help your arms get a little bit more of a thickness, because it's all good looking good from the side, but you also want to look nice and thick and juicy from the front. 3 sets of 8 to 10, drop those for a 12 to 15 as well. Sort of the same principle. Keep your elbow locked, drive up with the bicep, squeeze at the top. Now, after that, we're going to go into the cable movements. I recommend a cable movement, at least 1 for your biceps, because the constant tension it's nasty, and it's so beneficial. So please do a cable movement. The first cable movement we're going to be doing is supinated curls on the cable. So you just take the handle, like for the flies and like for the rows, and all you're gonna do, 1 arm at a time, do supinated cable curls. Make sure when you get to the top, you squeeze that peak as much as possible, because that's what it's targeting, is you want that peak of the bicep. Personally, I would say do 1 arm at a time, and again, incorporating single arm, single leg, single bicep, single tricep, single chest, pec movements is so beneficial, especially from early on, I feel, because sometimes when you use both arms at the same time, your right could dominate or your left could dominate, creating some muscle imbalances. Everyone's going to have muscle imbalances to some extent, but it's best to just try and prevent as much of a muscle imbalance as possible. If you do have a little bit of muscle imbalance, don't worry about it. Don't let it get to you. Everyone's got them. One of my pecs is nicer shaped. This tricep's better than this one, but this arm's bigger than this one. And the last bicep exercise I'm going to recommend to you is another cable one, and it is rope hammer curls. These are one of my favorite movements ever. I fucking love rope hammer curls. So if you are going to try these out, make sure you try that one, and I recommend you keep that one. And you just look fucking disgusting whilst you are doing the exercise. Like, the pump you get is, the pump you get from it, like, Like, I don't know if I got good lighting in the video I'm showing you, but just look at me in the video, fam. Oh, nah. But anyway, that is my beginner recommended pull workout. I really hope this video helped you. Again, make sure and check out the push day. That is top link in the description, or just check out my channel. And once you're checking out the channel, fucking subscribe. Please leave a like on the video. All my links are in said description. Stay tuned for the leg day workout. That will be coming in a couple days. And yeah, make sure you stay positive. Oh, peace.